Chapter 10 Eternal Engine. I stare up at the sky as all the others do. Even if you have the power to run forever on the ground, it all just gets tiring in the end. Only the sky is safe. Blinding, blazing, deafening, plummeting down from the heavens, unwavering, unstoppable. It lights up the night sky and every one of our expressions. It is our hope, the answer to our prayers, and the bringer of an uncertain future. The spark descends closer and closer, racing everyone with its presence. Finally, it lands on the designated spot, Sophia. The loud crash shocks everything in its vicinity, but that anxiousness and fear did not reach this area. Everything is still and quiet, with a whiff of sweetness. Leader, Chang Yu and I are ready. Before that, asked him, is the deal with the Forsaken and the others done? All is ready. It's a shame that construct numbers are limited, but it should be enough for basic defenses. Good. Sophia, do you know what we are doing next? Obtain the merchandise and make a deal. It may not be the noble way for a merchant to obtain merchandise by themselves, but there won't be a deal if we don't have merchandise in the first place. The goal of making a deal is to generate a larger profit, and as merchants, we always choose the option with a higher risk. Yes, leader, I will remember that. Soon. Jamilah silently stares forward and lifts her hand, as if reaching out for something unseen. Very, very soon. Your performance at the space station was outstanding. Well done, Grey Raven. We were not the only team there. The other teams at the space station. They all retreated immediately after your operation ended. All of them are unscathed. President, we should move on to today's main topic. Main topic? You're right. There's no time for chit-chat with how urgent the next mission is. There's no rest for the good, huh? What's the mission? It's just exterminating corrupted as usual. What precise calculations? Well then, Celica, give Grey Raven a simple mission report first. Yes, President. Grey Raven, you were able to remove the punishing heteromer at the space station last time, but sadly it was not completely destroyed. I'm sure you have all noticed. It collided with Watanabe's Fenrir and plummeted down onto Earth. Speaking of Watanabe, is he alright? We've lost track of him, but we don't have the resources to form a search party. Back to the main topic today, Grey Raven, your mission this time is to return to Earth and destroy the heterocore from last time. I've also deployed other teams on this mission, and this here is the area that Grey Raven is responsible for. Akdilek Commercial Alliance. Wait, this diagram is a train. The ACA is a special faction that built their empire on the train. They combined Cosmos Industries' central purification filter technology with the train and transformed it into a mobile Akdilek purification system. Using heavy nuclear fusion reactor as its energy source, as long as the train keeps moving, the filtration system will block out the punishing virus. That's how they can live on that train. But are there still intact railways for the train to operate on? And the resource supplies? They already built a massive railway network on the flat Eurasia lands back in the Golden Age, the APUS. As for resources, they're merchants. They have their ways. So to put it simply, they trade with forces all over the world by rail to ensure their survival. That's how the ACA operates. Am I mistaken? You're correct. And the main objective of your mission is to find and destroy the heterocore that is currently on the train. According to the Science Council's detailed analysis, I'm afraid the heterocore is not just simply the multi-form punishing heteromer you saw at the space station. I've already made a copy of the detailed report. Anyway, the heterocore is a very pesky thing. Even though the ACA still hasn't sent out an official distress signal, we can't just sit here and do nothing. Commandant to Grey Raven, can I entrust this mission to you? Just leave it to me. Then I'll wait for your good news here. Well then, Grey Raven, Please proceed to the designated location by aircraft after maintenance. Chop chop everyone, let the mission begin. The obstacles on the launch rail have been eliminated. Ready for takeoff. Commandant, your orders please. Grey Raven, move out. Our target, the hetero core on Earth. Verifying voice. Fire. High concentration of punishing virus detected. It's a hideous appearance indeed. Can you hear me, Grey Ravens? I've detected that you've successfully landed on the train. And we are now facing the target. Lee, what do you mean? The hetero core has been highly corrupted and mutated when falling to Earth. The target we've been after is right before us. Permission for engagement, Commandant. The heterozygote's claws seem super dangerous. Perhaps we can entice it to attack us, then we have a chance to destroy its claws. It's not working. Our attacks hardly deal any damage to it. Watch out, it isn't finished yet. It really is here. Sophia, report to the boss immediately. The commoner carriage that it was attached to. All dead, probably. A Schlar's work, I reckon. We could have used an empty cart. If only I was faster. Stop putting blames on yourself. Movement. Hold on, there were people on that carriage? Who are you? We're Grey Raven. We're from Babylonia. Babylonia, just as the boss predicted. Then let us introduce ourselves. My name is Chang Yu. Sophia. We're both working for the Akdilek Commercial Alliance. Above the speeding train, two figures of similar height stand steadily amidst the roaring wind. You can still notice a hint of childlikeness on their faces, but their expressions reveal a deadly gravitas. Whether it is the massive robotic arm on her back, drastically contrasting her minuscule frame, or the severed corrupted limb that the other boy is carrying in his hand, you can tell that these two are more than meet the eyes. Commandant, they're both constructs. Surprised? The construct technology is not a Babylonia exclusive. Almost forgot about this fella. It's looking pissed. This train is... Focus. The enemies aren't finished yet. Punishing concentration continues to surge. It's corrupting the new train. Liv, bring sufficient serum. We'll go after it. At this rate, the train will enter the area ravaged by Sandstorm. We'll be forced to abandon the pursuit, but if we don't deal with it right now, this train will be the next victim. Hey, you're not here to make the deal, are you? What are you talking about? If it stops here, Lord Jamilah's plan will be disrupted. It's time to act, Sophia. Understood. Then push it to the front. Who are these? The sandstorm has disrupted our visual system and the number of corrupted is increasing. They will hinder our pursuit. Commandant, I propose that we adjust the operation, passing through inside the train to intercept our target. Glass cupola. Perhaps we can go inside the train through the cupola. After breaking the glass ceiling, Grey Raven members jump into the carriage, shocking the occupants inside. What greets you is not the cramped and suffocating compartment you were expecting. The spacious and luxurious double-deck carriage has a series of paintings hung along its walls. Even the staircases linking the two stories are all made from high-quality wood. These people are still living a lavish lifestyle, despite being on a train that was made to run away from disaster. Well, this is unexpected. Wow, shiny. How lavish. Who are they? Are they fighting above the train? Are they? Can I have some silence, please? A tall man, who appears to be the leader, quickly mutes the crowd with just one line. And you are? I am Aston. Standing next to me is the leader of Akdilek Commercial Alliance, Jamilah. The graceful young girl standing next to him gives a slight nod. No one can see her expression as her face is covered by a white veil. I'd like to express our warmest welcome, Babylonia. Welcome to Aslam, the Eternal Engine. Let's begin our deal, then. Despite the situation of the train not looking good, and the floorboards ferociously shaking under his feet, the man named Aston didn't waver an inch. Maintaining his pace, he strides forward with confidence, and even saluted Grey Raven. What deal? Aren't there more pressing matters right now? To a merchant, there's nothing more important than trading. It seems that you have not fully grasped the situation yet. Allow me to explain. According to our intel, there was a huge battle between Babylonia and the space station not so long ago. And in that battle, something important that belonged to the space station crashed onto this train. That is correct. Please destroy it together with us. No, we will not, and will not allow you to do so, unless we reach a deal. After all, that is our most valuable merchandise. You're using the heterocore as a bargaining chip? Are you people mad? That's the enemy of all humanity. Anyhow, our demand is simple. Let us move into Babylonia. Why? Asking useless questions. Babylonia in outer space is currently the safest place in the universe. Although this train has kept us alive, I still believe going to Babylonia is the only way to achieve true safety. What do you think about this deal, Commandant from Babylonia? I'm not authorized to make this deal. Then who has the authority to do so? And can you get in contact with them? I'd like a reply as soon as possible. If not, then I guess we'll have to make the deal with the Ascendants then. Wait, that's not what we agreed on before. We agreed to wait for an answer from Babylonia first. Their leader, a teenage girl who stood silently when the aristocrat was talking, suddenly objected. Little girls shouldn't meddle in this matter, and it's obvious the Ascendants are far more superior to those from Babylonia. Ashlar, Princess Jamilah is the current leader of the ACA, and as a member of Akdilek, you should show some respect. Of course. I don't know what your situation is, but you guys are on the Ascendant's side? There's no friend or foe in commerce. While you were dilly-dallying, this train has been approaching the designated meeting point with the Ascendants. We are merchants, and we only want to gain the biggest profit from a deal. To us, both Babylonia and the Ascendants are just trading partners. And as you can see, Ashlar suggested the Ascendants as our training partner, while I, on the other hand, wanted to expand our options. Why would you make a deal with the Ascendants? Of course it's to become one of them. To be able to travel freely in this day and age is more valuable than anything else. No one is guaranteed to be able to become an Ascendant. No one asked for your opinion, peasant. This alarm. Is the train under attack? Something probably happened to the heterocore. Looks like the commoner carriages in the back have been assaulted by the corrupted. What? Then it's dangerous to stay here. We need to head for the front carriages now. The aristocrats behind Ashlar become agitated. Some even ignore the leader of Akdilek standing right in front of them and scramble for the front carriages. I guess there's nothing else we can do here. We should retreat for now. Leader, please follow me. All right. No matter how I look at it, that man named Aston feels more like the leader of Akdilek to me. Now's not the time for observations. Commandant, we... Go save people. I'll try my best. Sophia, can I count on you? Your wish is my command. Wait, what about me? Leader, I remember warning you not to deploy constructs casually, at least not in front of others. And Changyu, you may not go. The aristocrats will riot if we deploy all our constructs right now. Those mechanoids are attacking each other? The signals show that they are the machines used for train maintenance. It seems that the uncorrupted mechanoids are defending against the corrupted ones. I'll help. You're here too, Sophia. In order to evacuate the people, we have to intercept the heterozygote formed by a core mutation. This way! That is the aristocrat's carriage. If we enter without permission... Commoners and aristocrats, aren't we humans at the end of the day? Come this way if you want to live. Okay, I got it. Akdilek Record. This train is refitted with the central purification filter designs of the City series of 20, 30, and 50. But the truth is, the filter is not capable of supporting the whole train. Therefore, after the completion of all works, all carriages will be classified and superior races will be separated from the inferior ones. Like Babylonia, we will keep hope alive. We're safe now. That's great. We'd better leave once we've planned our next step. I didn't expect that thing to blow up. That machine is used for paving roads and exploration. Sorry I forgot to tell you earlier. Every trapped person has been evacuated, Commandant. That's great. Thank you. Don't mention it. It's all thanks to your help. Was Sophia helpful? Yes, the mission couldn't have been so smooth without you convincing those people. So Jamilah, that puppet leader, asked you for help. Her Majesty is no puppet. Looks like you are hiding something. The arrogant aristocrats and the all-obeying civilians who are sacrificed. If we add in this trade that you keep talking about. Let's cut straight to the point. You're trying to do something with this chaos, aren't you? Maybe Sophia can tell us. The civilians here came from all over the world. Some are workers, some were sold to the train like Changyu. Aristocrats are born to be aristocrats. Islam is a private train bought by our leader's grandfather. The aristocrats have been living in the eternal engine ever since it first started. They are the only ones who have access to private cabins. They have always hated the civilians and called them cockroaches who keep reproducing. That's why they sacrificed the commoner carriage without a blink. Ashlar represents the aristocrats. They have long planned for a trade like this to make themselves part of the Ascendants, so they can break away from this unfree life, where they have to share resources with the civilians. Ridiculous. If becoming an Ascendant is so simple, Roland would have done it long ago. That's why Leader came up with a safer alternative, to trade the merchandise for the right to live in Babylonia. When you say Leader, do you mean Jamilah? Not Aston? Aston is only pretending to be an aristocrat to help Leader maintain the balance between classes. I never knew the internal relationship of ACA could be so complicated. Can I ask you a question? As long as it doesn't involve anything top secret, please. I want to know how it feels to stay in Babylonia. The space is dark and cold, right? Do you fear it? Of course we do. Even when we are in Babylonia, the so-called safest place in the universe. That's why we want to come back here. Is that so? In other words, Babylonia isn't that nice a place. I didn't expect that to come from you, Lucia. I was only imitating Commandant. This is what Commandant would have said. That's my team. We've been with Commandant for so long, after all. Sophia! Come back, now! What's going on? It's those guys. Damn it! Wait! The corrupted follow the peasants into this carriage! Damn it! Don't come over! I'm sorry, but we don't want to die. Who cares? Who let these scums in? I let them in. We are all residents of this train, are we not? Who do you think you are, going around and doing things like this? Come to think of it, you're the one who deployed Sophia too. She's the leader. But you may have crossed the line with your actions this time. Right? Aston, my lord, please get rid of them. What's done cannot be undone. If we let the commoners out now, it will only allow more corrupted in. What a useless leader. Hey, you. Show some respect. I've had enough of you. What? Are you peasants defying us? Chang Yu, think before you speak. I'll give you some mechanic guards. Go take care of those corrupted. Understood. I'll beat them all out of the train. Lord Aston, you're too generous to a construct. Never mind that. Babylonia still hasn't given us a reply. We can't afford to wait any longer. We can just give the Ascendants the merchandise now, right? There's still some time until the deadline. Aston, what are you worrying about? You're not waiting for that Jamilah girl's approval, are you? I'm just worried about safety issues. We can't all be so radical now, can we? If we receive right of abode in Babylonia, then we can continue to enjoy our current lifestyle without fearing the punishing virus. Doesn't that suit our needs more? I'll wait a bit more, but only because you're the one asking, my lord. But not all of the aristocrats are patient like me. I understand. Commandant, the help request was sent by the construct with the ponytail. Maybe something's wrong with the carriage ahead. Something must have happened. Chang Yu doesn't ask for help unless it's necessary. I have to return. I quite appreciate your efficiency. Let's speed up our pace. Right, let's fight. Sophia, enemy signals come from there. There's a ladder ahead on the train roof. If we'd been allowed to do our work earlier, none of this would have happened. Message from the command center. Reinforcements? Move now, Commandant. Wait, something falling down. No more obstacles. I have to reach Changyu quickly. Let's go, Commandant. Is it a letter? My name. It no longer matters. I thought I could have gotten through this train and completed the mission. But in the end, I was still a fool. I was classified as a pariah, a slave. If we don't act, the Ascendants will. I'm already drained. So, please be careful of a thing called lullaby. Changyu! What took you so long? They arrived to discover a boy half kneeling on the floor, covered in deep gashes. His silvery black mechanical frame is exposed and the air is filled with the smell of vital fluid. It is deeply disturbing. Despite not relenting in his words, Changyu seems relieved to find someone here to rescue him. Losing that last bit of strength, he no longer can support himself and falls. Changyu! I didn't ask for your help this way. This position might be a little bit too... Shut up or you'll bite your tongue. Initiating Golden Apple system. Golden Apple. I see. Sophia is also a support-type construct. You've heard of that system? I read it in the Babylonia database, a support system themed after harvests. I didn't expect it to be applied to a frame of another type. Commandant, the enemies are gathering again. Let's take them out. Cover Changyu. Hold on, I'll protect you. Can't believe I need to be saved by the Babylonians. The kid from Akdilek seems to be severely wounded. Bring it on. We're able to close in on the enemies at this rate. Wait, Lucia, Lee, the heterozygote's reaction. Lucia, Lee! Commandant, Lucia and Lee have fallen off the train. If we get off the train now, those people might... The radar doesn't lose Lucia and Lee's signals. At this rate, let's go back to the carriage first and wait for Lucia and Lee, Commandant. Ooh yeah, public transport is the shiz. Ooh yeah. Aye, aren't you going to at least give a reply to your former coworker? If this goes on, I may accidentally let you and Karenina's little secret slip out. Can you let me think in peace, Noctis? That attitude was why I jumped ship to Cerberus. Can't you treat me the way the Grey Ribbon Commandant does? I can't be sensible with someone who keeps disturbing me through comms. I'm bored! We're both working with you, so why are we getting such different treatments? But speaking of which, do you know that the Grey Raven Commandant is a chief of FOS? But now that Commandant is leading a team of trash. That's your perspective. Can I hang up now? Fine, I'll pass you the message from HQ if you're in such a hurry. Bianca, your frame is capable of increasing its power output through the overclock unit of your inverter device after the modification. Oh, whoa. Gotta figure out how to get a set of those from Corona. Is this trade going to turn into a fight? You'll have to ask the one who sent the message. I'll wait for the train on the platform then. Aren't you using the motorbike I prepared for you? It's really cool. This is Bianca. The signal is quite poor here, so I'm terminating the call for now. So many corrupted are gathered here. I should clear them out first. The train will pass through here soon enough. But the gate has blocked the passage. We have to close it again as soon as possible. My presence has been exposed. It's been a long time since I used this frame. Hope I can still handle it. The gate operating system has been damaged a bit. We can find the parts from the nearby remains to repair it. Only uncorrupted parts can be used to fix the gate. There are many corrupted nearby. Any mistakes will alert them. Be careful. Still works. Everything seems to have remained the same. Then, I only have to wait on the second floor. It's Groningen Station notice. This station will cease operations once the construction of Gestalt's new circuit network is completed. All gates will be closed from today onwards, and the staff will be transported out of this place once their IDs are deleted. But those track maintenance machines, whether they are personal property or not, are not allowed to be taken away from this station. Afterward, we'll take over the station. This is the Gestalt Order number 202 approved by the world government. Please keep calm and follow the order. Finally, the upper floor. Should be able to see the train soon. We need to move fast. We meet again, Commandant from Babylonia. Thanks to your reckless behavior, this carriage is no longer safe. The carriages near the Heterocore were not safe from the start. That's not true. At least those filthy corrupted never invaded our carriage. Mama, where are you? Shoo, stop pulling at my dress with your filthy hands. Whose child is this? Take it away. My love, I'm sorry. Why did I escape alone? I've had enough of these pesky scums. Why are we not moving forward? I can't stand being in the same carriage as these filthy mutts for 1 second. It's too crowded here. Reminds me of why I hate crowds. Which is why I suggested going to Babylonia. You suggested... Wait, Lord Aston, what is the meaning of this? Aston, you... Damn you for betraying us aristocrats! I have no intention to betray you, and as Aston said, going to Babylonia can satisfy your aristocratic lifestyle. But even Babylonia can't accept this number of people in. This deal. I never said all, just move in these selected few. You should have room for that many, right? You mean only the aristocrats? Huh. Looks like you still know the rules. What? What are you talking about? So we're gonna be abandoned either way? Damn it! The commoners cowering in the corner by the door instantly exploded with rage. A wail of sorrow pierces through the rioting crowd, and the source of the wail, a woman in tattered clothing, walks out of the crowd. And as if possessed by something unseen, she rushes for the door, tears it open, and scrambles toward the carriages in the back. It's full of corrupted in the back! Someone stop her! Are you out of your mind? Close the door! Isn't she the one who got separated from her husband? The crowd hurries to close the door. No, we have to save her! On it! Over our dead bodies! You don't have a say on what happens on our train! But that's a living and breathing person! Cut the crap! You lot are all talk and no work. Always ordering us around? Get out of here if you ain't helping us to improve our livelihoods. Everyone, please calm down. You filthy scums! If you want to die, then go die quietly in a corner. Don't waste our oxygen! Liv tries to get between the two fighting classes that look like they may go into a war at any second. That is when a woman's screaming sounds from the other carriage, followed by silence. I'm sorry, Commandant. If only Lucia or Lee is here. You already tried your best. It's not your fault. Sparks were no longer flying, and the tension eased into silence due to this sudden incident. Everyone, please listen to me. I don't plan to abandon any one of you. It is not my intention for anyone to get hurt. After the aristocrats leave, there will only be commoners left on this train. Do you understand the meaning of this? The peasants will be in control of this train. That's right. This train and the wealth that the aristocrats can't bring with them will all belong to the commoners, which should be enough for commoners to survive and thrive. But that can only happen under the premise that Babylonia accepts our deal. If you agree, we can form an alliance and immediately destroy that black thing. But if you decline, then this train and that horrible thing on it will be handed over to the Ascendants as per the aristocrats' request. That's a gamble, not a deal. It was a gamble from the start. As you can see, the aristocrats have enough power to decide the fate of Akdilek. I can only speak my heart at times of importance. This train has been running ever since the outbreak of the virus, and everywhere we pass has only been a pit stop for us. Be it commoners or aristocrats, we all want to reach that terminal station. The final destination where we can call home. And on this journey in search of peace, many have paid the price with their sanity, including Ashlar, including me, by using something this dangerous to bet. No, it's not possible. Leader, you've been fighting on till now for the happiness of us all. How can you have gone insane? It's because you've been by my side. Leader, no matter what, this deal will decide the fate of all on this train, so I have to reach an outcome that I won't regret. Commandant, what should we do now? Let's wait for Lucia and Lee. Now's not the time to fight. It's true that I alone can't defeat the enemy, not to mention that whatever we try to do now is going to be hindered. Please hurry back, Lucia, Lee. There are many corrupted lurking around. We can't go forward if we don't deal with this. Mission log. I have boarded the train. Although not the target carriage, looking at the decorations on the top of the carriage, this carriage should belong to Akdilek, and it's full of corrupted like the others, to push their own home over the brink. Does this corruption lie in the people or this world? Bianca falls deep into thought while holding her bow, losing herself in the moment and forgetting about the existence of the corrupted. But she soon snaps out of it and shakes her head. There's no use in finding the culprit now. As the corrupted moves in on Bianca, she takes a fighting stance once more and aims for the corrupted in the front. Rather than paying for what one did wrong, it's better to not make the same mistake again instead. I'll exterminate these corrupted first, then find a way to the target carriage. All cleared. And the next is... Bianca. Why are you here? Lucia? And that motorcycle. I found it ahead. I'm ready to go after it now. What's wrong? You're not going? President, the extermination of the Hetero Corps on the ground is 60% complete. Only 60%? How inefficient can they be? They're all squads deployed in a hurry and most of them just finished their last mission. It's a miracle they've already done this much. What I want is not an explanation. It'll be a disaster if the Hetero Corps undergoes hetero reaction and spreads. That's what I'm trying to stop here. I'll leave the rest to you. I still have other things to do. Of course, be careful. Was Bianca from the Purifying Force deployed to assist Grey Raven? Yes, she's responsible for dealing with Akdilek. The cleaning process would be much smoother with her in it. Good. I just sent another reinforced frame over. BPN-06's entropy. I didn't know you were this kind. I don't want any mishaps on this mission. Well, Executor Lee, have you finished changing frames? All functions and vitals stable. Compatibility test finished. No problems found. This frame is very compatible with me. Is that so? That's good. But when I received your support request, I didn't know your weapons were broken as well. Will you be able to fight like this? Aren't guns nothing but a hindrance? What? I'm just saying, I can still fight without weapons. Let's end the communication here. I have to get back to the battle. Most of the train system has been overridden by the merchandise. These shocks will probably continue. Hey, nothing will happen to us, right? All will be fine as long as the remaining energy stored can support this train. I never expected this train to come out unscathed from the start. I didn't see it before, but you're crazy, woman. In terms of craziness, I'm sure you're no stranger. To top it off, isn't it you aristocrats' selfishness that led us to our current situation? As if on cue, the crowd divides into factions and arguments arise. One side supports Ashlar's suggestion to hand over the merchandise in order to become an ascendant. The others agree with Jamilah and Aston and think that getting into Babylonia is of utmost importance, while some do not choose sides at all and just wait for Judgment Day. Anger, distress, agitation, and hopelessness. The four horsemen of emotions drive every single person into the apocalypse known as despair. The alarms of the overrode system and the banging of corrupted accompany the story's journey to its resolution. This was their final destination, a destination they chose themselves. The views they have seen on this ever-running train, the decimation they have witnessed. But why must we decide our ending now? This train still hasn't stopped yet. We still have time to change our destination. All arguments ceased as Sophia raises her voice. Be it the angry aristocrats or the desperate commoners, all eyes are on her. Ascendants are not something I understand, but members of Grey Raven have said that Babylonia is not truly safe as well. Space has never been safe. What do you know? You should try walking on our shoes. And even if this train... Then, Sophia, what do you think we should do? What do you think? Not as an aristocrat, nor as a commoner, but as a construct who is capable of fighting. Sophia, what answer do you see? There are some things only you can do. Only the construct Sophia, who's so adept at battling, can do. That is what Jamilah's expression seems to be trying to convey, as she waited with anticipation for Sophia's next line. So I... Full speed ahead. The train runs too fast, but I can't lag behind anymore. Commandant needs me. Bianca, please shoot down the enemies in our way, otherwise we won't be able to approach the train. Target confirmed in the Hawkeye sight distance. That's good enough, Bianca. Let's jump on the train. Have we reached our destination? Huh? The opening sound of the door closed firmly by the people before interrupts Sophia mid-sentence, drawing the attention of everyone. In the center of attention are the two ladies who just entered the battle, with the corrupted corpses under their feet. Lucia and Miss Bianca, your frame. I only changed into a frame that's more suitable for this situation. Do not be alarmed. Where's Lee? Sorry, we were deployed in different directions and didn't have time to meet up, but I was able to sense Lee's signal all this time, so he should be fine. So you're the one Babylonia sent to make the deal. I'd like to welcome you if I could, but as you can see, you came at a rather inconvenient timing. I noticed. Looks like I've entered at the wrong time. You were saying? Don't mind me. Please continue. Before that, can I ask a question? Did Babylonia accept our deal? That's... Bianca pauses and glances at the crowd and nods her head. Babylonia has agreed to Akdilek's terms. But I do not think moving to Babylonia is such a joyous thing. You. Bianca meets Sophia's shimmering gaze as if she had read the girl's mind. You should be able to suggest something better. Suggest something better. Me. Are you thinking of backing down? No, I will not back down no matter what. I am a part of Akdilek, so I can be a good merchant too. Sophia makes up her mind and pulls out her gun. Before anyone can react, she places the gun on the floor where anyone can reach. I'm not familiar with negotiations, so if anyone disagrees with me, they are welcome to execute me with this gun afterward and continue your quarreling. With that said, Leader, Lord Eshlar, and everyone here, no matter aristocrats or commoners, I want to propose a trade to you all. And what kind of trade would that be? I may not know how to achieve it right now, but I'll create a world that doesn't need this train or Babylonia. You must be joking. Without the train and without Babylonia, everyone would be infected by the punishing. They won't. Enough with your rubbish. I don't know how to make it a reality yet, but I will succeed. I don't want to hide in that lonely space, nor do I want to become an ascendant. I only wish to be able to protect the things I want to protect all of Akdilek. So let's make a deal. I will create a real final destination for everyone, not a fake one where you just accept what comes, but one where we walk this earth again with our own strength. What nonsense! No, I find it quite interesting, don't you? My thoughts exactly. That's the Sophia I know. Leader, since Babylonia has already gone through with our deal, we should stick to our original plan. We should continue on with our original deal here. What the brat's saying here is just... She proposed this trade to all of Akdilek, not just a specific person, so this decision is in the hands of everyone. Everyone has a right to choose. So, what do you think, people of Akdilek? Who do you want to support? Of course, Sophia. She's one of us, so she understands our situation. We should just settle for going to Babylonia and not make some gibberish deal. Who gave constructs the right to speak up anyway? If we commoners get to choose too, then I choose Sophia. She saved me before, too. Now that I think about it, the Ascendants never guaranteed to make us Ascendants. And they look like they're up to no good. Walking on Earth again with our own power. If only it was that easy. We can't run forever. I'd rather fight for my future with my own two hands than rely on some unknown source. They have a point. She's a construct, maybe she really is that strong. Preposterous. Both the aristocrats and commoners. Sophia, do you still remember our conversation from before? What should you do to ensure a larger profit when making a deal? Choose the option with a higher risk. And that is the final answer from me and my fellow merchants. Then let's go get the merchandise. Okay. Looks like a decision has been made. The trade between Babylonia and Akdilek ends here then. Now it's time for constructs to get to work. On the roof of the carriage is a figure in blue struggling to keep the corrupted at bay. He quickens his pace as he hears sounds from the stairs. And kick the enemy off the train with one powerful movement. I don't want to sound like I'm parroting someone, but what took you so long? You were waiting here for us? Because you guys seem to be discussing something important down there, and that's not really my scene. I didn't have any weapons, so I could only stall for time. Can you lend me your gun, Sophia? But I proposed this deal myself. If I remember correctly, a support construct isn't built for continuous high-speed battles. Even though it's a request from my side, consider it me aiding you for free, if you must think of it this way. There's nothing scarier than free, but thank you. With our full squad here in Bianca's support, we will eliminate the enemy this time, Commandant. Let's get started. We're not letting it go away this time. Roger! It's still moving forward. The train will stop running if the engine is corrupted, and the people will. The filter will go down if the train stops. Which means arriving at the terminal earlier than expected. This isn't the train's terminal. Our train won't stop there. This is... Watch out! It's just like in the space station. A faint energy activity still remains within that burnt frame. Same move again? But this time... Can't move. How? The response is not catching up. I won't give up. Sophia, merchant, keeps her end of the deal. There has to be a way. The Grey Raven Commandant is standing up, so... The rail heterozygote keeps making twister, piercing shrieks. You cannot tell if it is roaring or wailing, crying or laughing. It doesn't matter what it is. Bianca pats Sophia on her head before carrying her bow and walks to the front of the rail heterozygote. I understood that there was no God in this world a long time ago, Sophia. God does not help regardless of my prayers, but I never stop praying to myself. I'm not praying for an answer from God. I'm seeking the answer deep within me. Seeking the answer within you? At that moment, a breeze swirls around Bianca as she draws her bow, her figure divine like a saint. Her left hand raises the bow as the string draws tight. Overclocked particles hover in the air. Commandant, can you give me a hand? Cover Bianca. Create an attack window. I can also create a window of opportunity. Fire. The speeding arrow launches with her command, hitting the gargantuan body of the rail heterozygote at the one single spot she was aiming. The rail heterozygote ceases functioning. It's over. As the arrow hits its mark, a crack spreads on its body like a spiderweb at lightning speed until the rail heterozygote disintegrates into nothing but sand, seeping through the gaps onto the railway. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's wonderful. It's all thanks to everyone. I never thought we could really win against that enemy. Everyone's safe. Thank goodness. Looks like it's finally over. What a fantastic display. Both the battle and Bianca's final strike. How about a deal then? We will provide intel and products that Babylonia will find satisfactory, and in return, you and your team will join us, Grey Raven Commandant. I don't intend to jump ship. Is our price not acceptable? I'd recommend against underestimating what Akdilek can do. Should we talk about it some more? Babylonia actually can afford new residents after its expansion. The president is happy to welcome you all there. I don't think so. We should stay here, right? Right, we'll all stay here. That's what we decided, isn't it? Where's Ashlar, by the way? Whatever, he's been manipulating us since the beginning. I wonder if the Ascendants have promised him something in return. Everyone in Akdilek will stay on the Eternal Engine and go forward together. No matter how long and how much work it will take, I will never stop until I fulfill my promise to myself. To take the train to the end of the line, to the final station. I can do that as well. I can't help but feel like it will come true now that you have said so. Commandant. Can I call you Commandant? If you'd like to. Thanks, Commandant. In that case, let's upload our report here, Commandant. The signal's better at this spot. Your comm suddenly rings. Thanks for your hard work, Grey Raven Commandant. I've received your mission report. I didn't think you'd finish it in such a short time. Guess I made the right call assigning it to you. Unfortunately, there's something I have to tell you. Another mission? Already? Of course not. I'm not that cruel. I'm just here to tell you that we're almost done clearing the surface. Other teams are on their way to you. So you'll have to stay on the train for now until they are there to pick you up. I'll notify you when that happens. It appears that, Commandant, you are also quite a busy person. Take the chance to enjoy the exotic locale. This is your break after all. The food and views on the Eternal Engine are also remarkable wonders. Perhaps you will change your mind about my offer after you have experienced them.